Hello everybody, welcome to a World of Warship Blitz video, and today's video is the Tier 6. It is a Tier 6, it's Tier 6 season. The Tier 6 French premium battleship, the Dunkerque, which was the first French battleship in the game, which sort of explains a little bit why it hasn't got the normal French battleship skills. It's got a precise aiming rather than a rapid reload or an engine boost. So here we are, we're in the Bay of Storms map. I've counted the number of destroyers and assumed the first thing I'm likely to meet is a destroyer, especially with our little destroyer, the Nicholas, there doing the job of scouting. So I've switched to HE, it's reloaded. Now the great thing about the Dunkerque is that all 8 guns are mounted on turrets that are mounted on the front of the ship. That makes it fantastic for this sort of defensive game, and absolutely terrible at any sort of furball, because really if something gets behind you, yeah, that's not good. So we've got a destroyer and an Omaha, so we're going to go for the Omaha and instantly regret it, because that destroyer, with my precise aiming, it wouldn't have been a kill, but it would have been pretty significant sort of damage. And see that little red health bar on top of the destroyer? In some ways that is what I would call the danger indicator. So a full destroyer with full health is far more dangerous than a destroyer with, let's say, half health. So as the bar gets smaller and smaller, the destroyer will become more and more careful and fight at a greater and greater distance. Now, what I'm going to do here is, I know what it's like to be in smoke. He's disappeared, but I know that when I'm in smoke myself, I like to move backwards and forwards, and so I estimated where he was going. So this is one of the reasons to watch videos, I suppose, is you get to see how other players play. You get to observe, you see, and he burned out. So that was my first kill. It was the Unshun, which is a reasonably dangerous destroyer, but with a bit of low health is a bit of a problem, especially if he's open fire like he has, because his torpedoes are fairly close range, although close enough to still be a bit painful. So here we are up against the New York and the Omaha. We are going to, well, we're firing AP, so that's an AG, so that's no good. At these sort of ranges we want to be getting the AP. I get my secondaries on the Omaha because they've not enough angle for the New York, and then well, you know what, I'd rather fight one ship. So what we do here is we take a serious hard whack at the Omaha. Now probably at this point I should have realized enough to slow down, because yeah, the Omaha does manage to get some torpedoes off. Okay, there are only 4 American torpedoes, but still, you know, this close to that New York, that's still pretty sort of a tough whack. However, the New York has a lot of problems, not least of which is my ship. And if I was him, I'd be going for points against whatever his guns are currently aiming at. And we get the kill. So there's 3 kills in the Dunkerque. So now it's really 6 against 3, so pretty much the game's in the bag at this point. So it's how to maximize the points, and the way to maximize the points is to capture the cap. Now with 3 minutes and 5 seconds remaining, we probably can pull that off. There are 3 ships out there, dropping suddenly to 2. There's a destroyer and a battleship of some description. Now I believe the destroyer is a T-61 and the battleship is a New Mexico. So that T-61 is quite dangerous, and that New Mexico is quite dangerous. The New Mexico is pretty obvious where it is, because our guys will be trying to fire at it, and it probably is firing back. The T-61, on the other hand, has a good chance of disappearing into the mist and reappearing in an unpleasant place. So the T-61 with historical camo, if it does have historical camo, can easily stealth torp. and I don't have a lot of health. And it can stealth torp with 8 torpedoes now. German torpedoes don't do a lot of damage, but if you think that this Dunkerque is going to take 8 torpedoes and walk away, yeah, no, you'll be a bit surprised. So here's the battleship. We can see the destroyer, which is lucky because he's spotted by our team, which must mean that he's engaged in combat. Okay, the New Mexico takes down our Bayern. Here's the destroyer. So what are we going to do? Well, I have to unload all my AP, so what I do is fire it at the New Mexico and wait for the HE to load. Now I throw it in reverse just to keep the distance open, keep the nose in. This T-61 seems to be putting in a lot of angle, which, to be fair, I'm going to take shameless advantage of. We fire our precise aiming, see how many we can get on target. That's quite a lot. So with the T-61 that wounded, he's not going to be able to close the distance, and he's not going to be able to clobber me. And my heels come back, so I've managed to get my ship back up into the green, so I have a reasonable chance of surviving a reasonable salvo. However, the salvos didn't quite make it. Well, no, one torpedo hit, and we wing him. It's a bit unfortunate here. So what I'm going to do is he's fired his torpedoes. We've probably got 2 salvos before he's reloaded on torpedoes. Meanwhile, the New Mexico's taken out another one of our ships. It's gone from 6 to 3 down to, well, I was going to say 3 to 2, but the T-61 takes the HE from the Dunkerque. So there you go. Yeah, it's as I said, it's always good to watch other people fighting their battles. That's how battleships played when it's bow tanked. Getting 4 kills and a most valuable player. 53 main battery hits and 5 fires. So pretty good outing for the Dunkerque. Hope you enjoyed watching that. Thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time.